Right. So good morning, everyone. So today we are discussing the third lecture on springs. Okay. So sorry for not taking class yesterday, right? So I'm a bit busy with other accreditation works. So let me continue the springs, so which we have stopped in the derivation of slope, right? So the angle, and we are going to derive the deflection today. Okay. Right. So let me share the screen. So I think you can see the slide, right, everyone? Yeah. So under whiteboard visible undama?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Say, I think in the previous class we have discussed a closed coil helical spring, isn't it? So closed coil helical spring is an example for a torsional spring, right? So where it is subjected to torsion. So based on the torsional equation, we have derived the deflection. I mean, so the angle of deflection of the member with respect to the angle. Okay, so let me write that what we have derived in the previous class. So we have derived theta as 64 W R square into N by capital N d power 4. So in terms of radians. Okay, so what is this theta? So when the spring is subjected to load, okay, so let us consider it as a compression load, right? So the angle of twist with respect to the compression, so this is theta, so the deflection is delta, and this is r. Okay, so this is the axis of the coil. So this is the axis of the coil. So with respect to the axis of the coil, right, so this is the radius of the coil, this is the deflection of each spiral, and this is the angle of the particular spring. Okay, spring coil, I can call it as spring wire. So this theta we have derived based on the torsional equation, isn't it? Okay, so pure torsional equation dwara we have derived. Why? Because springs are also subjected to torsion, right? So if you go through the previous class, you can able to understand it clearly. So why we have derived a theta with respect to pure torsional equation, right? So now we will continue with how to calculate deflection. So this delta, how to calculate deformation or deflection of the spring with respect to load. Okay, see from this what relation I can write, Amma? So tell me, what is theta over here? Theta is equal to delta with respect to r, isn't it? So what do you mean this? So why? Because so when the member is subjected to load, it will have a deformation and the radius of the member will be constant. Okay, the deformation will vary, isn't it? So here delta can be written as theta into r, right? So now let me write this. Delta is equal to r into theta, right? R into what is theta, which we derived? 64 W R square into N by capital N d power 4. What is small n? Small n is nothing but pitch distance, number of turns. Okay, this is N. So what is capital N? Modulus of rigidity, and D is the diameter of the D is the diameter of what? Diameter of end. Is it the diameter of coil or the diameter of the wire? What is this D? Diameter of the coil or diameter of the wire? Can anyone? What is this D?
number one itar.
Guys, please mute yourself. Ajay, mute. Guys, tell me, what is the D? You have to respond. So D is the diameter of wire. So here R is the radius of coil. Okay, why? Because springs are made up of wire. So D is the diameter of the wire and R is the radius of the coil. Understand? So from this, so finally you can write delta is equal to 64 W R cube into N by capital N D power 4. Very, very important. So this is the deflection formula which you have derived based on the torsional equation for the springs. Okay, so please try to remember these two. When they ask you to calculate what is theta, you can use this formula for calculating theta of the spring. Okay, so and they ask you to calculate delta, I mean deflection with respect to load, you can use this formula for calculating delta. Right? Clear? Clear? Emma, you have to respond. If you are not responding, I don't know whether you are understanding it or not. Guys, clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now, so all of you just try to revise your basics. So what do you mean strain energy? So here strain energy is defined as energy stored in the body, isn't it? Energy stored in the body. What do you mean energy stored in the body? We can represent this as a work done. Okay. So what do you mean work done, Amma? So let me draw the graph. Load versus deflection. Okay. Right. So the strain energy graph will be like this. If I ask you to calculate what is the work done here, how you can measure the work done? Work done ela measure chestarama? So this is the work done. Ante? So the energy is stored in the body. So to regain its original shape and size. So that energy is stored, okay, in the form of a work, right? So this portion is work done. Okay, so this much of energy the member will going to store to regain its original shape and size when the load is unloaded. Okay, so when the load is removed. Okay, so this is the work done. How to calculate work done here? Work done is equal to half into load into displacement. What is this? So this is the area of work done, right? So area of work done can be represented as half into load into displacement. Okay, this is the work load. So by understanding this concept, so we are going to write one statement over here for the springs. Okay, so for the springs, I would like to write as the deflection delta can also be obtained. Okay, so we can also calculate deflection by using or by equating torsional strain energy. So why? Because every time we are talking about resilience, isn't it? So resilience is nothing but strain energy. So here the deflection delta can also be obtained by equating torsional strain energy to the work done by axial force and deflection. Okay, what do you mean this? Why I am equating these two? Why? Because so when the spring is subjected to load, you can see it clearly. So the load you are applying is axial, right? This is an axial load. So due to this axial load, the energy is nothing but this work done by axial force. Okay, so along with this axial load, there will be a torsional strain energy also takes place because your spring is compressing with some rotation. Okay, so it is deforming its height with some rotation. So rotation in the sense it is twisting, right? So that twisting will use the torsional resonance, and this axial load will use the axial force deformation, which is the work done with respect to the load versus deformation. Okay, so this is how we can able to calculate even delta by equating torsional strain energy with respect to the work done by the axial force. Okay, so here you have to see two forces which are acting in the member. One is an axial force which makes member to compress. When it is subjected to compression, torsion also will take place. Okay, so that's why we are equating these two anamata, torsional strain energy and work done by axial force. Okay, so now let me equate these two. What we are equating? Torsional strain energy is equal to axial force work done. Avuna? Right. Can you tell me what is the torsional strain energy amma here? Half into T into theta, isn't it? Why half into T into theta? So why? Because in torsional strain energy, if you draw the graph, you can draw the graph with respect to torque and angle of rotation, isn't it? So the work done here is this. That's why it is half into T into theta equal to axial force work done. How to represent this? Half into W into delta. What is this? If you see the graph for axial compression, this is the load and this is deformation, and the work done is this. This is the work done. Okay, so these two we can able to equate. With this I can able to calculate delta. Okay, how to calculate delta? Let's see here. Half into, what is torque? What do you mean torque, amma? Can anyone? What is T? How can I represent T here? How can I represent T?
Sir.
Load into
Load into radius, isn't it? Antena? Load into radius or diameter. See, whatever. Load into radius or load into diameter we can represent. Load into radius. We can even write radius in form of a diameter also. Right? Right, sir? T can be represented as load into radius. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Into theta. Right? Half into W into R into, what is theta, ma?
64 WR square N by
Yeah.
D power 4G.
So you can write even that way or even in this way also. Right? Ilago right kada? Yeah. So here the L can be written as 2 pi NR. So finally you can get the relation as 32 W R square into L . Sorry, one second. This is not R square, right? So this is R, right? 32 W R into L by N pi D power 4. So finally it can be written as 32 W R square into L by it is not 32, it's 16, right? So what is theta? 64 W R square into N by N D power 4 kada, right? So let me write that. One second. One second, let me write this clearly. So we can write in two forms. 32 form lo raichu, 64 form lo kuda raichu. Okay. WR. So what is theta? 64 W R square into N by N D power 4. So here, from this, how can you write delta? How can you write a deflection over here? So when you are equating these two, this can be equated with what, Amma? Half into W into delta, right? Can you equate these two? So as I told you, the total torsional strain energy can be equated with axial force work done, okay, by equating these two. So how can you write delta? Delta nella raichu. 1W will get cancelled, half will get cancelled. So finally you can write delta as 64 W R cube into N by N d power 4. Okay, right? Clear? Andarku ardhamainda? See, there are two forms. In the previous form, we have derived deflection of the spring based on what? Based on this relation. R delta T. So where delta can be written as R into theta. So from that, delta is equal to 64 W R cube into N by N. N d power 4. Okay. So this is the previous deflection which we have calculated from this. So now what we done? So here we did equating torsional strain energy with respect to axial force work done. From this also we have derived the same deflection, which is delta is equal to 64 W R cube into N by N d power 4. Okay, both are same. Avuna? So this is the way how you can able to calculate even deflection based on the work done. Okay, so this deflection is based on what? Based on the strain. What strain? Aim strain am I? Based on the shear strain. Right? Andarku ardhamainda? How we have derived a deformation or a deflection. Clear? Guys, respond. Have you all understood how to calculate delta based on the shear strain and based on the work done? So nitlo same ochindi kada, 64 W R cube into N by capital N d power 4. Andarku ardhamainda? If you understood, so then I can move to the next concept relating to the deflection, so which is stiffness. Andarku ardhamainda? Clear? Guys, please respond. Andarku ardhamainda leda?
Yes, sir.
Meer okkare respond avutunnaru ma. What about others? Rahman, see others, are you listening or not? At least one or two can respond. Boys,
Yes,
ardhamainda
sir.
andarki?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
So now let me, one second. Right. So now let me write the stiffness of the spring. How to calculate stiffness of the spring? Okay. How to calculate stiffness of the spring? What do you mean stiffness, Amma?
Load per unit deflections.
Very good. Stiffness is indicated with the symbol S, or it can also represent it as K. Okay. For your better understanding, I am representing with the S. S is defined as load per unit displacement. Okay, very important. Stiffness is represented as load per unit displacement or deflection. Okay, displacement anachu or డిఫ్లెక్షన్ అని కూడా అనొచ్చు. రైట్? ఓకే. Now, so what is W by delta? What is delta, ma? W by, what is the delta which we derived just now? 64 W R cube into N by capital N d power 4. Cancel these two, and stiffness of the spring can be represented as N d power 4 by 64 N R cube. This is the stiffness of the spring. Okay. Now, this is very important. Whenever you go to market, okay, if you want to purchase a spring, you have to purchase spring only based on the stiffness. How to decide stiffness? The stiffness can be decided based on what? Based on the shear modulus of the member, based on the diameter of the wire, based on the radius of the coil, and based on the number of turns. With this, a spring kaithe maximum stiffness untundo, that spring will have more resistance towards deflection. Okay, so based on that, you are going to purchase springs from the market. Why? Because your stiffness is inversely proportional to deflection. Okay, when the deflection is less, your stiffness of the spring will be more. When your deflection is more, your stiffness of the spring will be less. So based on the stiffness only, you are going to calculate, so you are going to purchase the spring, and you are going to make use of the spring for the application. Okay, so this stiffness formula is for what? For which kind of spring, Sama? Can anyone? This stiffness formula is relating to which type of springs?
Closed coil helicals.
Closed coil helical springs. Very good. So what type of cross section that springs have? ఇప్పుడు stiffness అనేది ఏ cross sectional springs కి? Spring wire ఏ cross section లో ఉంటే this stiffness is applicable? What is the cross sectional of the spring?
Circular.
Very good. Cross section is circular. Circular cross sections on the spring ki maatrame ee formula applicable. Okay, very important for competitive exams, right? So because you have to make use a specific formula based on the type of spring which is going to be given in the problem. Okay, because springs are not just made up of circular wires. Even springs are also made up of square rod, square wires to kuda chestar, not even circular. There will be some springs which are all made up of square sections. Understand? Square cross sections to kuda chestar. Then what will be the formula of stiffness for a square cross sections? Okay, let me write that. All of you write down. Springs of square section wires. ఎవరైనా చెప్పగలరా? What is the stiffness of the spring which is square cross section? So finally I will write down formula is N b power 4 by 44.7 N R cube. Okay, so this is very important for competitive exam. That's why I'm representing it here. Why? Because usually we see springs which are made up of circle, right? But there will be some formulas even you have to remember for competitive exams where you can able to calculate the stiffness of springs which are all made up of square sections. N, what is B, ma? Width. Okay, what is N? What is N? Number of turns, or you can also represent it as pitch. Pitch ananachu. Then what is R?
Radius.
Radius of? It is the what? Coil. Okay, so why? Because so that coil also will be in a circular shape. Ilage untundi spring koda, but this won't be circular. This will be square cross section anamata. Understand? So that's why you can able to remember this formula for calculating stiffness for a square cross-sectional springs. Understand? Okay. Yeah. And very important, another note point. Okay, this note chestunnaru kada. Very important point inkoti undi for competitive exams. So please even write down that also. The maximum deflection. What do you mean maximum deflection? What is the difference between deflection and maximum deflection? Ee renditiki difference entama? What do you mean deflection? Based on the load, whatever deflection you have seen in the spring, so that is the maximum deflection. Avuna? Right. So let me show. So this is your spring. Okay. So which is in between this height L. Let us take the springs which are subjected to compression. So after applying load, what happens? Spring will reduce in its height. Kada? Tagutundi kada? This is delta, right? Then what do you mean? This height without any gap between each coil, without any gap between each wire. Wire madhya gap undadu. Gap undanappudu what is that? This is called maximum deflection. Okay, ee rendit madhya gap undadamma. So let me draw in a very thick way. So there is no gap between wire. Okay. Understand? So whatever the deflection you come across here, this is called maximum deflection. That's what I am talking about here. The maximum deflection will be there when the spring shuts. What do you mean shuts? Where the two wires will touch each other. Kada? Wires separated one wire to other. When they touch each other, you can't find any gap between two wires. Okay, that means pitch will become zero, right? So when the whole coil doesn't have any pitch distance, so when it is shuts down, so then you can able to calculate the maximum deflection of the spring. So then when the coil or when the coils are touching each other, okay, so that is how you can able to calculate the maximum deflection. Evarana cheppagalugutarama? What will be the maximum deflection when the coils are touching each other? Can anyone? How to calculate this? Can anyone? What is the maximum deflection? See, there are around 41 students. At least one or two can tell kada. So what is the maximum deflection? How to calculate maximum deflection of the spring? Diagram lo chala clear ga nenu note chesan. So the L is nothing but total length of the spring without any deformation or a deflection. When it is subjected to load, the maximum deflection where the coils are touching each other, you can able to calculate the maximum deflection. What is this? L minus what you have to reduce here. What you have to reduce, Amma? See, when there is no pitch distance between each coil, so then N will become 0. You have to minus L in the total length into what I have to minus in the total length? What I have to minus? So this is your spring. Each spring will have a diameter, right? Each wire will have a diameter. Okay, so this and the distance between each wire is nothing but pitch distance. I have to minus number of pitches with respect to diameter of the each wire. Okay, so then your maximum deflection will be delta max is equal to L minus N into D. So with this only you can able to calculate the maximum deflection. Okay, so where here L is equal to length, axial length of the spring. Of what? Of circular section wire. Okay, clear?
Sir,
Yeah, చెప్పండమ్మా.
sir, n 0 అయిపోద్ది కదా సార్?
అవునమ్మా, n 0 అయిపోవడం అంటే n కదా టోటల్ లెంత్ లో మైనస్ అవుతుంది.
Yes, sir.
Understood? See, in the total length, if you can able to see the picture here, ఈ total length లో ఏది మైనస్ అవుతుంది? There won't be any turns. That's why I am minusing in the total length of the spring into what even diameter of the wire also I need to subtract in the total length of the coil. I mean total length of the spring, isn't it? By that n into d ని నేను మైనస్ చేస్తున్నాను దేంట్లో? టోటల్ లెంత్ లో. So the difference between these two only will represents the maximum deflection of the wire. Okay?
Okay, sir.
ఇది డెల్టా మ్యాక్స్ కదా, ఇది ఏమవుతుంది చెప్పండి? n into d ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, సో ఇది నేను మైనస్ చేస్తున్నాను ఫర్ గెటింగ్ ద డెల్టా మ్యాక్స్. ఇది n into d అవుతుంది. ఓకేనా? రైట్. సో నౌ వాట్ వి డూ, we will try to write down all the formulas what we have learned from the closed coil helical spring. Okay, by that you can able to remind them, I mean you can able to revise whenever you required to make use for solving problems, even for your practical applications also. Okay, right. So one by one radham. First one, what is the first formula which we derived? Theta kada. What is theta ma? 64 W R square into N by N D power 4. What is theta here? Angle of twist. Okay, next delta 64 W R cube into N by capital N D power 4. What is this? Deflection of spring. And next, what is the next one? Stiffness. S is equal to N D power 4 by 64 N R cube. What is this? Stiffness of spring with circular cross section. And next, S is equal to N B power 4 by 44.7 N R cube, which is stiffness of spring with square cross section. Okay, what else? Inga?
Maximum deflection.
Maximum deflection. Very good. What is the maximum deflection? First, let me write the deflection of spring with respect to what is that? With respect to, how can we write this? Delta max L minus N into D. Okay, same maximum of spring which is a circular cross section. What happens to the square member, amma? L minus n into B. This is the maximum deflection of spring with square cross section. Clear? So these are the formulas which we have derived for denki vanni closed coil helical spring. Okay, right. చూడండి ఇలా ఇప్పుడు ఎప్పుడైతే మీరు పేపర్ మీద అన్ని రాసుకుంటారో సో డైరెక్ట్లీ we can make use of these formulas to calculate any kind of problems. Okay, so shall we do one problem on this? అందరికి formulas ఉన్నాయి కదా, so shall we do one problem? Emma, guys.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so ఇప్పుడు ఆల్రెడీ మీకు ల్యాబే కాబట్టి there is no class work in the laboratories. I mean lab sessions లో class works ఏం లేవు. So anyway, there is only 2 minutes left for the session. I request all of you, so please log in again. So by that we can start doing the problem. Okay, అందరూ ఇప్పుడు నేను sign off చేస్తున్నానమ్మా. With the same link you can log in again. So we are going to solve problem on springs. Closed coil helical spring మీద problem చేద్దాం. Okay, so I'm winding this session. So please log in again for the next session, right?